Hello friends, I hope you're all well. It's rather cold here right now. Snow recently. It's going to rain later on, but it's bright and sunny outside. Today I would like to work with the Vishudda chakra. The Vishudda chakra is the fifth chakra that's right here in the throat. Now, before we begin that, I would like to talk to you about seating and the best way to be seated. The first thing that you want to think about is, how does your lower back feel? Does your lower back feel tight or does it not feel tight? If it feels tight, please sit on something, whether you're sitting on a chair or sitting on a block or a blanket or a cushion, or a thick blanket, or a big block. You could also use a book, a thick book. Excuse me. The main thing is that your lower back feels comfortable. If you sit on the floor and you don't sit on a block or something like that, you'll find after a while your back will become tight at the lower part of the back. And that may be fine for a little while, but after you've been practicing your meditation session, you'll find that your back will start to get tight, and you'll find that your awareness will always be drawn to your back being tight, and it'll distract you from the practice that you're doing. So please, if you're sitting on the floor, sit on a block, unless your hips are really, really flexible, in which case you don't need to do that. For me, however, I will sit on a block. I found that over time, that's really been the best way for me. I have friends who like to lie down and practice. If you want to lie down and practice, please do that. Make sure your body is equally weighted though. Make sure that your lower part of your back feels comfortable. And if you want to have the knees in the air, please have the knees in the air. And again, if you are going to lie down, make sure you have something underneath your head, like a block or a blanket or something, so that your forehead is slightly elevated from the chin. If your chin is higher than the forehead, your head is going to start tilting backwards, and that's not such a good thing. It'll crimp the back of your neck. So, to begin with, decide how it is that you want to sit. If you're going to sit on the floor, please just extend the legs out comfortably first. Shake them out a little bit. Decide which leg you want to have on top, which leg you want to have on the bottom. Usually, you start, if you're sitting cross-legged, you start with the right leg in front. But you don't have to do that. If you have problems with your knees, please adjust accordingly. And remember, when you're seated, if you want to move, move. If you need to change your posture, change your posture. The main thing is that you want to be comfortable during the practice. So, I like to sit in Siddhasana, which is this pose with the left heel near the perineum and the right heel just above. I'll sit on a block. And get comfortable. I also like to have a blanket to put over my shoulders. Even in the summer, I like to have a blanket or something like that around my shoulders. And I generally always use the same blankets. I have been told by people who I respect that after a while the blankets become imbued with your pranic energy. So, for what that's worth, I pass it along to you. I have been practicing on and off since I was 16. I started practicing at school. Again, it was on and off, but it's been a nice journey so far. So please sit comfortably. As you're seated, Make sure that your hips, thighs, and buttocks are comfortable. Allow them to feel heavy. Allow the legs to feel heavy as if they're somewhat sinking into the floor, into the ground. Your spine lengthens very comfortably upwards. You're not shoving the spine up. Roll the shoulders over a few times as you like. If you want to turn the head, turn the head. Oh, speaking about turning the head, you may find in your practice from time to time that your head wants to move. You may find it wants to wobble or go back and forth, or your body may want to move side to side. If you find that, please let your body do it. It is the energy moving around in your body. It'll stop after a while, or it may take your whole practice. If that's the case, let it be. Don't interrupt it. Let the energy move as it wants to. So, sit comfortably. Relax the face. Relax the skin at the crown of the head. Lick your lips. Oh, if you need to cough, please cough. If you need to sneeze, please sneeze. Don't hold it in. And if you want to have something to drink, get it. I always keep some drink beside me, or a cough sweet or something like that. Please become aware of your breathing. As you inhale, let the breath go down as far as it wants to. As you exhale, let the breath come up and go out. In and out through the nose. If you have problems with your nostrils and you're having a hard time breathing, if you want to breathe through your mouth, although that's not the best thing to do, you can certainly do that. So, please don't feel constrained. You can have your eyes open or your eyes closed. Personally, I prefer to have my eyes slightly open, and I keep my head tilted a little bit, looking down towards the floor at some spot. Allow your tummy to move in and out with the breath. Try breathing from the tummy, but don't force it. Just be aware of your tummy. Allow the jaws to relax. Let your tongue become soft. Let the tongue widen a little bit. Try to keep the tongue away from the roof of the mouth. Breathe down along the spinal column. Breathe down to the coccyx. Don't force the breath down. It's just an aim. It's just a destination. The journey is what is important in this case. Now, when you find that you reach the coccyx, the very tip of the spine, just let your awareness rest in that area. Continue breathing, but keep your awareness in that area. Become aware of the Muladhara chakra, which is the first chakra, which is just above the perineum. You may notice a slight throbbing, but you may not, and if you don't, that's also perfectly fine. And now on an exhalation, at your exhalation, not at my exhalation, whenever you're ready to, just exhale up to the Svanasthana chakra, the second chakra, which is around the basin of the pelvis. So exhale up when you're ready to that area. Be aware of any tension. When you notice tension, just ask the tension to release, ask the tension to relax. Become aware of what is going on with your body. Now on an exhalation, I would like you to exhale up to the Manipura chakra. The Manipura chakra is behind the belly button, in between the belly button and the spinal column. So whenever you're ready to, just exhale up. You're going to find some chakras are going to be available to you and some are not really going to. But don't worry about that yet. Or don't worry about that at all. Again, notice any throbbing or any interaction you have with the chakra. You may notice a pulsation. You may even notice an itching. It's all a manifestation of the energy in your body. And now when you're ready to, exhale up to the Anahata chakra. The Anahata chakra is behind the breastbone, in between the breastbone and the spinal column. This is the heart center of your body, the spiritual center of your body. So when you're ready to, whenever that is, just exhale up to the Anahata chakra. If you still feel like sitting in the Muladhara chakra, do that for the time being. Notice the breath going in. Notice the breath going out. And now, when you are ready to, just exhale up to the Vishudda chakra, right in the center of the throat. So when you're ready to, exhale from the Anahata chakra all the way up to the fifth chakra, the Vishudda chakra. This chakra is the chakra of truth. And you will notice in some cultures, when people say, oh, I'm saying the truth or I'm speaking truthfully, they'll touch their throat at this part. Allow your awareness to move to the 5th chakra. Now I would like you to breathe in and out through that area in your throat. Notice the slight vibration. Notice perhaps the slight pulsation. If you are a visual person, you may find a slight golden color in that area if you have your eyes closed, or maybe even if you have your eyes open. Whether you see a golden hue or not does not matter. Some people are much more visual than other people. And if you are not a visual person, please don't be concerned. Now what I would like you to do, as you inhale into the chakra, I would like you to exhale out of the back of your neck. And then when you inhale, I want you to inhale through the back of the neck to the Vishudda chakra and exhale out the front of the neck. Just continue to do that, in and out, in and out. But if you find that that doesn't work for you, please don't worry about that and just discontinue it and continue just keeping your awareness on the Vishudda chakra and breathing however it is that comes easy to you. The main thing is that you don't force anything. You just let it happen and you be aware. The air goes in and out, the prana goes in and out, and you are like a gate. The prana comes in, the gate moves in. The prana goes out, the gate goes out. You are just a gate. The energy moves about, and you just are aware of what it is doing. If you start to feel constriction, I would like you to just widen your awareness. Instead of having the awareness focused on the center of the throat, allow the awareness to widen around your throat and widen further and further out till you find that there is no longer the tension. But don't go too far. You'll know when you've gone too far. It'll feel uncomfortable and it will not be sustainable. But please do not force yourself. You may notice from time to time the other chakras pulsating in sympathy or in unison. Perhaps sympathy is not the right word. As you are breathing out and as you are breathing in, when you come to the end of an inhalation or the end of an exhalation, I would like you to be aware of the very slight pause that occurs at the beginning of the end of the inhalation or at the beginning of the inhalation. Be aware of that. Don't do anything with it. I just want you to be aware that that's happening. Remember to keep awareness. Remember to be mindful of tension in your body. Remember to let the tension go. As you hear noises, just accept them and let them go. If you're distracted by them, that's fine. Just bring yourself back to the practice when you can. And now, if you've closed your eyes, please just open them. thank you for coming to the practice. Next time we will work on the Ajna chakra, the command chakra, the sixth chakra, which is in between the forehead and the back of the head, around the area of the temples. I hope you have a good remainder of the day and that you're all well. All the best.